Hey everyone, it's Karen, and on today's podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about college life and transformation into becoming a freshman. I wanted to bring this up because, again, I feel like college life, I've noticed when I worked at Lincoln University, it was kind of difficult for a lot of the students there. So I feel like this is a really meaningful channel that I'm going to start working on. So this is the second episode, and I'm going to give you some little tips and stuff from my point of view is already being a freshman in college. Yes, I did not again stay on campus, but I was a first time freshman in college. No one else in my family had went to college besides me. So just kind of my little helpful tips to you. So the first one is use campus resources. So there are several campus resources that you have. Again, I'm going to base off of everything I know from my previous job working at that university. So some campus resources that we had plenty. There was all the way from the health center if students got sick or anything and needed on-campus nurse or doctor or like a psychiatrist. Also, like there was the football field and track field or exercise equipment and stuff just for students to, like, if you're into needing to close yourself off and then go exercise or like focus and run laps or run back and forth on the football field. They also had like the link. That would be like another helpful resource, but also like the financial side. Make sure that you know specifically which each department is for. I notice a lot of students have issues understanding. Again, being a first time student, of course, you're going to have a hard time understanding what each office actually means and does. So, again, know which resources in your financial aid, your student accounts, academic affairs, all that, all those specific ones that you'll need probably the most, I would say. And then develop time management skills. That is like probably the biggest thing I feel like, just in general, not even for just a student, but in general life. Finding time is always hard. I've noticed for a lot of people, it is kind of for me as well because it just is. But if you're able to actually develop a pretty good cycle rotation of when your classes start and then each day you have a specific break in between, make that priority for you. Don't always use that specific, like one day, yeah, you can use that time if you have it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday after class. So Monday, Wednesday, you can do your homework and then have Friday off or have Monday off, like, or Tuesday, Thursday. Do your homework on Tuesday and then relax on Thursday or vice versa. That's a little easy tip for managing some time from in between your chaotic, if you work a full-time job, part-time job, or like as a student worker on campus. I know that's kind of hard too, but if you get certain jobs, not all, you'll have some downtime as well. Not always, but that could be another way to kind of manage your time and help give you some specific time throughout the day for you only. And then make time for yourself, I had just mentioned, within the time developing skills. Roommate issues. So if you have roommate issues, again, I never lived on a campus, so I do not understand the first-hand experience of roommate issues. But from, again, me working at a university, I saw all the issues all the time. So some people would do, they would have to go to housing and talk to somebody and be like, okay, here are the issues I'm having with my roommate. Can you please do something about it? And once a student goes to you about a concern, housing is automatically supposed to look into it no matter what. And if it's having like issues like immediately, they will sometimes extract that student and put them in an empty dorm if they have any, or in with someone that they know that they will trust, just kind of temporarily, which also can affect sometimes their financial aid charges. So you gotta be aware of everything before you actually go to college. Um, and then some like developing language skills. So you will need to learn lots of languages if you go to college, or if you go to like a university that's bigger and stuff that has lot of students from all over the place. And also like how your language, the way you guess like present yourself to others. You have to also have a specific way of your language when you present yourself. All the time you have to figure out how you want to be. You need to kind of start focusing on that future self that you want to be, because I know I did not do that growing up. In college, I never really thought about I needed to think of the future me, a business person. When I was in college, I was just still that high schooler doing my homework, just grinding nonstop, nose to the ground, just reading all the time, studying. I didn't really understand what college kind of meant for me developing my skills as a business person. So that's another thing I feel like a suggestion for freshmen to kind of focus on as well. I know the freshman year is always like the most difficult because you're stressed, you're moving your way, or living with a roommate you never known. Just a whole bunch of stress. Yes, I understand that, but you also have to know who you are and understand that you're not going to be that person in 5 years. After you graduate and get a job, after that graduation date, 5 years from that, after you get that job, you're not going to be that same person. So you have to start learning who you want to develop as your future self. So, and then enjoy the college experience. Like I said, I understand freshman year can be completely stressful, but it also can be fun and engaging if you go to the right college, university. If you do kind of online classes, it's kind of hard and difficult for you to actually enjoy college. So if that's your choice, that's your choice. If you go on campus, enjoy those little things that the school throws for you all, little events after classes are taken care of or something. Like I know Lincoln did a lot of stuff for our students a lot. So because as staff, we got to go sometimes after work and hang out and watch the parade as the football team was coming in for homecoming or something. It was always fun. And then learn how to cope with homesickness. Again, that's a big one because you're having to learn who you are, who you used to be, and how to get over your homesickness, because you have to, once you move into your new dorm, you will have to start feeling like, oh, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, whoever, so just call them all the time. There are sometimes some resources available as well, so if like a student starts having like some mental problems or something, they can always go to the therapist, and therapist can go talk to the student, because I know that it is very difficult. We had several students come to our offices because they would trust us to just break down. I had, I think, a set of twin girls. It was cute, but again, I understand because they felt like I was their counselor. So I understand the whole you getting over homesicknesses. Again, I have no tips for that because I did not live in a dorm. My only tip is reach out to a professor, a staff member, someone you trust wholeheartedly through the university, so that they can get you to the right person to get you resources on how to understand what it means to feel homesick, and then also develop who the person will become after you get over your homesickness. Because it's really, I can see a complete difference when someone is more confident and stuff. After they have gotten over their whole homesickness, they're like, oh, okay, this city isn't so bad. They start doing like little activities outside of campus too. So like there's malls so you can go shopping if that'll help reduce stress, or like little park walks, dog pounds to go interact with animals. They have cats, dogs, rabbits, stuff like that. That's another way outside of the school to kind of get over your homesickness. Like if you're used to the farm or whatever, or the woods, or go find home and within that city. Learning outside the classroom, like I had just mentioned, finding activities outside, trying to learn new places where you can find your home. And then stay connected with loved ones. Again, always call them, text them, let them know, hey, I'm thinking of you. Hey, I'm not feeling good. Can you talk me through this? Because normally most everybody that you're leaving is going to be an adult figure, so they probably have already had some type of interaction with this already, of having to leave someone that they cared about. So they'll know how to process emotions and stuff more clearer than you will as a first-time freshman. And then use your time wisely, again, like how I mentioned earlier, to make sure within each day you take a good amount of time, for sure 15 minutes. They say 15 minutes, but I think an hour you need for yourself, no matter what. Yes, it would be ideally to have a whole hour together, but again, classes don't always allow that. So if you can do like 15, 15, 15, 15, or if you do like doing the 30, 30, I would rather prefer the 30, 30 if I had to choose out of those two, because it gives you more time to actually, like, 15 minutes to kind of just get your stress reduced from what had just happened, where you just were in class or just had a incident with a classmate, or financial issues, or if you just got off the phone with someone back at home. That first 15, I feel like that really kind of gives you time to decompress from that situation. And the other 15 kind of like allows you to be you. It allows you to relax, breathe, and then understand and comprehend that, okay, now I gotta go do this again, but we got this. So make sure you manage your time well and your stress. That's a big, big one. And then developed good study habits. Again, time management is good about that, but study habits, find somewhere, like if you like studying in a library, or if you don't like studying in a library, if you like studying, if you have to be out in the woods, again, like if you used to live out in the country somewhere or by a lake, make sure that you're able to feel happy all the time during study time, because when you're studying, you need to actually be able to soak in this information, so you do not need to be stressed around you. If that is unavailable, again, reach out to school resources to see if they are able to assist in that situation. And then connect with students and support resources. Again, that's what I said, staff members. Some students, I mean, yes, reach out to certain students. I'm not saying don't try to be friendly, but sometimes not reaching out to certain students isn't the best person you need to be reaching out to for certain situations, if that makes sense. I just feel like not all students are completely mature enough for certain things. That's why I always say go find someone more adultier than you. And then get enough sleep. I'm big on sleep. If you know me, I love me some sleep. Love me some sleep. So make sure you get, if you can't, you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. But if you can't get 8, try to at least get 6 for sure. If not, I know some people can function on 5. Don't know how, unless. But make sure you have a really good sleep schedule. Every single night, try to be home by that certain time. And then make sure that you have, because you're going to need to know that okay, when I get home, I need to take a shower or cook, or if I've already eaten, I just need to take a shower and then go relax and go to sleep. I need to schedule out certain times to actually be able to get enough sleep each day, because each day stresses might be different. Get involved. Like I had mentioned earlier, try to go, like if you like art, because that's the first thing that came to mind, because I love art. Go to an art club, the local art club, or go to your art professor. Art professors should know local art clubs if you're shy about going about stuff yourself. And then if not, again, basketball. Go to the local basketball courts in town. Shopping, you like shopping, try to go get involved with as much activities as you possibly can, because that'll make you feel more calmer and safer within the city, because if you don't feel that way, you're not going to be successful in your studies. And then go to class. OMG, go to class. How hard is it? You're becoming an adult. You need to stop partying all the time. I feel like I'm giving a lecture to one of my students right now, my ex-students right now. Stop partying. Stop staying out late. Don't overwork yourself if you have a job outside of work. Make sure your hours, again, work schedule, sleep schedule, college schedule. You can start adapting new friendship schedules, but you have to be able to juggle all of those. Do not, I swear, make sure you go to class, because sometimes, yes, you think if you miss one day, it's not a big deal. Okay, sometimes it's not. Other times it is. I was always that nerd, on top of things, always wanted to do stuff, so I was always in class. And then join clubs, like I had mentioned earlier. The more you get involved, joining clubs within the school, that will get you more involved and active, and have you be social with the same age group as you. That way you're not always going to staff members saying, hey, is there any art clubs? Is there a music club? Is there a basketball club? Is whatever club. Make sure that you try to stay involved, so that you are able to have that human contact with students your same age. Because again, this is a learning experience. Because once you graduate and get at that job, sometimes you'll work with students your own age, sometimes you won't, or you'll have customers your own age. So you need to be able to develop a relationship with everybody within each age group, no matter what age. And just being able to feel good about yourself that you're being involved. And then seek academic help when necessary. Always do this. If there is one little red flag that scares you, freshmen, go find somebody, anybody, even if you're a senior. I mean, well, by the time you're a senior, you should know, but freshmen, biggie, listen, you have got to pay attention. Like if you see something wrong on your end of the thing, your website, come to us. Always make sure, yes, it's probably, some of us is like, you were just in here or something. Well, we'll tell you our schedules and we'll tell you what happens. Yes, stuff may not look right on your side, but it will look good on our side. But yeah, seek academic help, again, on your classes. Go to your professors. Even if, we have tutoring classes, services. where the students sometimes are the teachers within the tutoring class. It helps them develop more involvement within their peers, because if they are able to be taught by someone else or same age, some people have that learning away. They have to have a way to understand someone their age compared to someone a little bit older. They may not understand because they've lived in a household with younger people, or not understand an adult relationship, or had a strong bond adult relationship with anyone. So it's harder for them to ask the professor and go to tutoring classes with a professor that's older, or a tutor that's older compared to younger ones. And then seek financial aid and scholarships. As soon as you become a freshman, go to every department. I'm serious. Whether you're even going into that department, like if you're not going to agriculture, still go to head agriculture. Ask if there's any scholarships whatsoever to help you with your financial aid. You have got to seek out, because once you become a freshman, yes, you do have, most of the times, students come out with FAFSA no matter what, and Pell Grants. But there's more fees that come up, and all the prices have been going up too. So you really ought to make sure that you stay on top of looking for all those scholarships. And then again, the last thing is just take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. I have had so many students come to me expressing to me about how they've had issues with ones that they thought that would care for them, would actually ruining them. I cannot stand when that happened, and I really am glad that they thought of me to come and express all that. But I'm just realizing that taking care of yourself means also not interacting with people that, even though, because it was someone was forcing someone to interact with them because they had to for a academics, so it was kind of hard for them to not interact with them. So I just said, just don't interact with them as much anymore, kind of distance yourself. And that's taking care of you, not them. That's silently cutting them off, because everybody knows what they do to everybody. That's big for me. You know what you did. Stop lying. But again, that's just a little bit of quick tips for freshmen. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please make sure that you comment below or message me, email me, however you want to. I'm always here to help. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good day.